this is a cooperative dungeon crawl campaign game where players are on a quest to search for the legendary Dead Keep. The reason you want to find that is because there are untold treasures and possibly the secrets to immortality. But like most of these legendary locations, there's no one that's really been there and actually made it back alive. And there is just not a lot known about how to get there, where it is, or what exactly you'll find there. But lucky for your party, you do have some investors funding your expedition, and you're going to be choosing your characters that each have asymmetrical abilities, and you'll also be able to upgrade them with different items and weapons, as well as just upgrade their abilities as the game goes on as well. Because something that is interesting about this one is that it actually looks very similar to another game by CMON, which is known as Zombicide, because you're actually going to be using almost the exact same player boards as you see in Zombicide, and even the maps look very similar, so I imagine the gameplay is going to be very similar to Zombicide, but this is with a completely different theme, and it's also tacking on a campaign and all those campaign elements, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new mechanisms introduced as well, but it does have the same designers from Zombicide. Like I said, this game does offer an entire campaign mode, but each of the scenarios can also be played standalone as well if you're not interested in playing an entire campaign. And of course, there'll be a bunch of different enemies and bosses showing up on the map, but players are also going to have to be aware of the mist, which I assume is going to be an encroaching fog that's going to be taking over different areas of the map and causing different enemies to spawn there, causing you to have different negative effects if you end up in those spaces. There's not a whole lot of info on this one at the time of me filming this video, but hopefully that general overview gave you a decent idea if you want to look into this one any further, and if you do, I will have a link to the campaign in the description below where you can find all the info that they post up as soon as it launches, and of course you can follow along to get notified once those pre-orders go live. Really interested to see what exactly these pre-orders are. It seems like a new concept here to GameFound, or at least it's not something that I've seen before. Hopefully it's something good for the community overall, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.